pitches and catches report tomorrow. And finally, one of the big bats is signed and off the board. Let's get into this right now. Oh, gang, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. So finally, there's some decent news to report. It's like, what's been going on recently? Like the four horsemen that are with Scott Boras are not signed, as well as a bunch of other guys like Whit Merrifield and some other folks like JD Martinez. Like so many of these big dogs are not signed, but one of the big guys just came off the board. According to Susan Slusser of the San Francisco Chronicles, the Chronicle, and MLBTradeRumors.com, this man, power bat Jorge Soler, yes, has agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract with the San Francisco Giants. Okay. And again, adding to what's been a quietly productive offseason for this team. They've traded for Robbie Ray, added to their rotation. They also signed Jung-Hoo Lee from South Korea. Now they added the power bat to go with the contact bat. So they've quietly gotten better, just like the Arizona Diamondbacks, who were in the World Series last year, quietly gotten better. Okay, neither one of these teams have gotten the headlines that the Dodgers have gotten because they got Ohtani and Yamamoto and blah blah blah, and traded for Glasnow and Margot and blah blah blah. But again, these teams are showing that they want to be competitive in the NL West. They're not going to just lie down and let the Dodgers take it all and steamroll everybody, which is a fantastic thing. Now, I have no idea where these other players are going to sign. I would imagine they're going to want to sign sooner than later so they can get used to their new teams. If they go to a new team and get in game shape and kind of get into baseball mode again, the longer they wait, the less it's beneficial for them. So I will keep you updated one way or another. So if for some reason you're not sub to this channel, hit that subscribe button, please. So, and if you want to be kept in the loop on everything, especially if you want to be in the front of the line, no matter who your team is, especially if it's the Yankees, hit that notification button too. So I thank you for it so much. And I will keep you informed on everything. Okay. And I'll make sure you're in the front of the line to do it. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button. So I appreciate it so much. Now, the other piece of news. Okay. I'm going to go over this. I want to talk about the Yankees depth chart. Okay. Yes. Let's pull this up. Let's extract this. All right. Putting this right up here. Here's the Yankees depth chart right now. Man, last year they had guys like, Franchy Cordero and Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers and Billy McKinney. And last year was also an unmitigated disaster for this team. They missed the postseason. They didn't have enough players, enough good quality players. Well, they were pretty darn busy this offseason. Okay, look at the depth chart now. First base, you got Anthony Rizzo with DJ and Oswaldo Cabrera backing him up. Second base, Gleyber Torres with DJ and Peraza backing him up. Okay. Shortstop, Anthony Volpe with Oswald Peraza and Oswaldo Cabrera backing him up. Third base, DJ. You got Oswald Peraza and Oswaldo Cabrera backing him up. Okay. Alex Verdugo in left field. You got Oswaldo Cabrera and Everson Pereira backing him up. Aaron Judge in center. Trent Grisham and Alex Verdugo backing him up. Juan Soto in right. Aaron Judge and Alex Verdugo backing him up. Jose Trevino at the dish. Austin Wells and Ben Wartburg backing him up. Then you got Giancarlo Stanton, lean and mean, healthy again, at DH, and Juan Soto and Aaron Judge backing him up. Now, let's move over to pitching. Our ace, Garrett Cole. Okay, and then you got Carlos Rodon, who I don't know if you've seen him, but he looks lean and mean, looks like a damn CrossFit athlete right now. Last year, he looked like he could have been bowling in the Slappy Kincaid League. Now, he looks a heck of a lot better, and he's got doubters to prove wrong, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. So I like a fired up and an angry Carlos Rodon looking to silence some doubters. So I think that's a good benefit for the Yankees. So hopefully he stays healthy. Then we brought in Marcus Stroman to add some of that fire and that belly into rotation as well, and some productivity to the rotation. Nestor Cortez behind him, Clark Schmidt behind him, and then the depth behind them. Luke Weaver, the swingman, can add rotation in the bullpen or the rotation. Add depth in the rotation or the bullpen, right? You got Cody Poteet. What do you got? You got Will Warren, Luis Hill, Clayton Beater. And the scouts are really high on Will Warren and Hill and Beater. and Chase Hampton, which is one reason probably why they're not giving these guys up in trades for people like Dylan Cease or packaging them in Spencer Jones for Corbin Burns. Scouts are really high on them. They think they can be just as productive or just as good in due time. So in short time too, not 5 years from now. So it's one reason these guys are still here. Now moving over to the bullpen, you got Clay Holmes. Johnny Loizaga is back. He's had an up and down, but I think he's healthy and hopefully he'll be productive this year. Got Tommy Canley adding that fire in the belly to the bullpen too. Okay. Caleb Ferguson, the heart throwing lefty who they got in the trade with the Dodgers. Ian Hamilton, they almost found him off the scrap heap. And he's turned into like a Harry Winston diamond. Love it. Scott Efrost coming back from Tommy John, just like Luis Hill is. So we got two guys, two valuable weapons coming back into the pitching stable. Okay, Victor Gonzalez, the other lefty who they got in the trade, in a separate trade with the Dodgers. Okay, Yankees made two good trades with the Dodgers this offseason. And again, Wandy Peralta's not back, but we've replaced him with two other lefties. Ron Marinaccio's right behind Victor Gonzalez. And then you got Nick Ramirez in control mirrors. And then Cody Morris, who they got in the trade with the Guardians for Estevan Florial. So pretty good depth. Would you say this depth is a hell of a lot better than it was last year? I'm excited about it. Okay. I want to know what you're thinking about it. Are you excited about it as well? Okay. And don't be surprised if, a catcher gets moved or a catcher or two, some depth pieces get moved during spring training, because generally that happens. Yankees do some roster cleaning, and they've got 5 catchers on the 40. So they can move a catcher for a depth piece, a prospect, international money, another pitcher. We just don't know. Okay. But I do expect them to move probably 1, maybe 2 catchers. And maybe some moves here and there as well. But I think the big moves, and I would agree with Jack Curry, who said on the hostel last night that it sounds as if their big moves, their heavy lifting is done. And honestly, like after Juan Soto, what the hell kind of heavy lifting could you be doing? Right? They tried to get Yamamoto. He said no. They tried to get Snell. He said no. So, deuces to both of you. Good luck to you. I'm not going to pay double now for Snell when he said no to us. Why would I do that? So, but I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with this. I want to know what you are. If you're happy, if you're excited, if you think they're missing something. Again, don't be surprised if they add a piece here, if they add a piece there. We're right around the corner. And teams they do that just like football. They make their roster cuts, right? Guys get cut, they get optioned out. So you'll see some guys cut, picked up by other teams on waivers, trades, no matter what. This happens a lot during spring training, especially early in spring training. Okay, you get rounds of cuts almost every week. And it's about 6 weeks of spring training until the season actually starts. So I would expect some more fine tuning of this Yankees roster. But news of the day: one of the big bats is signed. Okay, for those that haven't heard, Domingo Germán is no longer with the Yankees. He's in serious talks with the Angels about adding there. And let me check really quickly to see if he hasn't signed. If he does, that would be another depth piece for a team like the Angels. Again, they don't have Ohtani. Nothing yet. Okay. They don't have Ohtani. How are they going to replace him? No idea. I'll be surprised if JD Martinez goes there. Teams like that. Matt Chapman, now that Soler is in the Giants. I'd be very shocked if the Giants also added Chapman to that. It would be good, but I'd be surprised. The Angels need to bring in a bat. And you got JD Martinez still available and Matt Chapman still available. So, and Cody Bellinger still unavailable and not signed. So, like, it's crazy how many guys. Jordan Montgomery, unsigned. Blake Snell, unsigned. Whit Merrifield, unsigned. Good quality players out there. Unsigned. The 4 horsemen from Scott Boras, unsigned. This is not the Yankees' fault. Nobody's signing them. Nobody. And it could be a combination of the prices being too high or TV deals affecting finances for certain teams who, these guys might be good fits for certain teams, or teams just not wanting to, give the extra draft picks and international money because a lot of these guys came with qualifying offers. All of Scott Boras's, I think all of Scott Boras's, Matt Chapman, Blake Snell, Hader did too. Who else? Cody Bellinger. Yeah, they all come with QOs. Every single one of them. Jordan Montgomery is not attached to a QO because he was traded at the deadline last year, so he's not eligible for a QO, so he would only cost money. for any team that wants to sign him. And would I be surprised if the Texas Rangers brought him back? No. Would I be surprised if he went to Boston now that his wife is starting her residency, dermatological residency at Harvard Medical? No. So, they could use another pitcher to go with Lucas Giolito since they've traded away Chris Sale. So it's going to be some moving parts. It's going to be some interesting news to hopefully be covering over the next several days and several weeks. I don't expect everybody to sign like right away, but I expect some of these big guys who to get impatient, be like, guys, dude, I just want to play, man. I just want to work and let's go. So, but this Jorge Soler, I do think is going to probably humble the Cody Bellinger contract expectations, at least in my opinion. But we'll see. I know Boris is going to hold out for every last penny, but we'll see what happens. But that's what I got for you right now. Anything else comes out, you're going to get it here. Have a good day. Talk to you later.